Okay, what is up? YouTube. I think I got this thing figured out now. So, yeah. Let me just I'm gonna try and get like the chat up on my phone. Let's see if I can. Oh, I need to mute that. Hello. Welcome. We are doing some Fear and Hunger 2 Termina today. Yeah. This is, I was trying to do a little bit of streaming earlier, but I didn't quite figure it out. At least now I've got, like, my chat overlay on, and it should be a pretty good. Let me just yeah, okay. Alright. Let's see. So, let's just start new here. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm gonna be the journalist. She covered a war, as you know. I think she has lockpicking and possibly persuasion. That's something I was gonna try to get up. So, yeah. Just because I want to keep people alive this time. The other one, yeah, it was too late in the game. Karin. That's right. Okay, so we are a Karin. Well. Okay. No, let's go through the character creation. Soothing sound of the rail tracks. You are not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but let your mind wander. Reminisce what has led you to this point in life. You were always a curious child. Your elder siblings and your nanny had to keep you out of harm's way to the best of their abilities. Just a moment's lapse in their vigilance, and you'd be running behind a corner for one of your many misadventures. Your parents were always busy. They had very little time for you and your brothers. Instead, you were mostly raised by Dahlia, the nursemaid of the household, a tall woman in her 30s originating from the eastern sanctuaries. In your memory, she was alright, but something always felt off about her. Your parents were fresh aristocrats in the Bremen Empire. Despite being highly thought of, they were outsiders among the noble, for they had risen to power by their own means and thus didn't have strong roots among the other blue blood of Bremen. This proved out to be a problem when tensions within Bremen borders were rising, with different factions rising to prominence around the country. The situation looked bad for your family, as you didn't have strong lineage to back you up. When the time came to throw someone at the wolves to please the general public, the Sauer family was the first to go. Certain populist factions were able to agitate the common people to start riots, and a huge mob headed towards your family manor. In a hurry, your parents gave you to Dahlia's safekeeping and told her to leave the country. They would look you up when things had settled down. Or at least that's what Dahlia told you afterwards. You were still a bit young to remember properly, but you could have sworn that Dahlia never consulted your parents about it. In your memories, Dahlia just flat out kidnapped you. Whatever the case, you and Dahlia traveled to Jetaya? The capital of the Eastern Sanctuaries, recently named Eastern Union after they joined forces with the Veronian Republic. The culture shock was quite drastic. You had never seen such poverty and riches side-by-side street view. All the unfamiliar sounds and scents from spice vendors that circled your automobile. It was all too much for you as you were growing restless by the minute. Dahlia struggled to contain you as you opened the car door and jumped out of the moving vehicle. Alright, so, do we convince passers-by that I've been kidnapped, or run through the crowded streets and hide? Well, I do want to convince people, because maybe then I can stop, some unnecessary deaths. Despite the language barrier, you managed to convince some of the people of your distress. Once Dahlia came following with her excuses, she had a lot of convincing to do to get the people to give you back to her. Dahlia tried to assure you that you had nothing to worry about, but once again she gave you that off feeling. You didn't know what it was, but you seemed to have a sixth sense when it came to judging people's character and honesty. But there was not much you could do. You were still considered just a child, after all. So you ended up living with Dahlia in a rather decent-looking building. She was casting checks to maintain your lifestyle. Dahlia's version of the truth was that your parents were looking after you by sending money, but you had a feeling it was just ransom money Dahlia kept spending. Wasn't all bad, though. Growing up in the Eastern Union gave you some perspective at the very least. The way the local authority oppressed the locals made you wary of those in power. In your teenage years, you started spending more time with various civil rights organizations that were active in Jetataya. During one of the weekly protests, the local army decided to make an example of you. Without mercy, the armored officers pummeled brutally those in the first rows of the demonstration. Those Well, I think I want to be able to defend myself. And yes, I did want the pistol. I kind of noticed that she starts with one. You managed to hit one of the officers, but you only managed to shoot his thigh. In return, he answered your fire with fire and shot you in the abdomen. You fell down immediately. The pain was excruciating. You woke up in the hospital. There were people from the Bremen embassy waiting for you to wake up. Apparently the protest had gained some publicity and they had noticed you on a television. You explained your situation to them and they took you in their custody. Soon you were already on a plane flight headed back to Bremen. You were returned to your mother and her new husband. The rioting mobs had burned down your family manor, and all those years ago, your father had died during the unrest. You never heard of Dahlia again, but apparently she had indeed kidnapped you, and you were living off of ransom money your new stepfather had barely been able to put together. Your sixth sense seemed to be working as intended. Your turbulent life had left a mark in you, and you had trouble staying still for too long. Instead of settling down properly, you became a journalist at a very young age. The situation in Bremen seemed very suspicious to you. A mysterious person only known as Caesar, or Caesar, was appointed the Chancellor of the Bremen Empire without any prior involvement to the country's politics. He had appeared seemingly out of nowhere and taken control of the whole country. Kaiser was partly responsible for what happened to your father, as it was him who had been riling up people against the nobility of the country. But it wasn't just that. You also got major off vibes from this person. That's why you dug deep to uncover his past. Nothing seemed to make sense. There were connections between Caesar and the so-called society called the New Gods, but that started to sound like a petty conspiracy theory the more you read into it. Still, your sixth sense was tingling. The New Gods were a group that had been talked about since the cruel ages of history. They were the typical secret society, controlling different nations from behind the curtain and puppeteering those seemingly in power. There were several people in modern global politics linked to this group. The more you investigated the subject, the more it started to look as if the group was behind the last two great wars that had ravaged the world. Something big was definitely brewing in Europa. When Caesar occupied Prehevel, the capital of Bohemia, only to shortly after make truce with the Eastern Union, that's when your alarm bell started to ring aloud. Something was definitely off. You decided to take the time off and travel to Bremen. With this long trip ahead of you, how did you prepare for the trip? Stock up on medical goods, stock up on self-defense items, stock up on food. I mean, I've already got the pistol, so medical goods is probably a good idea. Oh yeah. You felt tense in the moment you embarked on this journey. Every night you'd see nightmares of the horror that would wait you and prevail. Are they just dreams? You can't help but feel that there is more to the dreams than mere logic would dictate. Save your character history? Yes. Probably don't be needing this. The second one is probably not a good thing. Skip the intro. Nah. Oh. Feel like someone was watching you while you slept. Yellow? No, ain't. Aw, she just walks around with her hands in her pockets? Wow. Who's too cool for school? I've covered wars, you know. Alright, alright, Jesus. Blue herb. Yeah, that'll be useful. 6 shillings. 5 shillings. Yeah, that's a lot of suitcases. Can I at least open any of them? No? Okay. Blue moth. Why is it always moths? You know, I think in like Death Stranding it was moths. Silence. You! I've been looking for you everywhere! Just where did you think you ran off to? Don't you understand the hurry we are in? I don't understand. The eyes of the janitor bulge out from their sockets as his expression intensifies. No one expects you to. You are a stupid fucking human after all. Now get your ass back to the workbench. This is your last chance. Next time it's punishing time. What am I supposed to... What? You are supposed to assemble new cubes, of course. Cubes! As for how, figure it out yourself. If you're not capable of that much, you're beyond hope and useless in every sense of the word. Nice bat. What you goggling at? Googling? There's nothing to see here. Eyes on the cubes! Work, or I'll rip those eyes out of your pretty face. Dot, dot, dot. Yeah. Alright, let's get cubing. Oh yeah, this ain't my first cube rodeo. Cubes! Alright, I guess I'll follow her. Where do you think you're going? Yo! Away from you. Janitor sits down, blocking your way. So persuade. I mean, we can see what happens. Maybe I can talk to him. Stupid human! Stupid human! Imbecile! I'll slit your throat and flay you alive. That'll teach you. We can talk this through. We can come to some kind of flake. Yeah, she's a sassy bitch, so. Hello. Talk, talk, yeah! In this world, strength is all that matters. Teach you to run away. Yeah, yeah. Let's see you dash around like a little jailbird without these chicken thighs of yours. Oh. Now get back to work. I mean, I really have to? Isn't this like a WCB thing? Can I at least grab my legs? Let me grab my legs. Oh wow, I'm moving pretty fast actually. Cube, help? Anyone? Please? I need legs. Your head hurts. You feel like you're losing your mind. Yeah? Hey, is that like Hellraiser? Or the Cenoblade? What was his name? Ah, there you are. A mysterious person greets you in a monotonous voice. Got you pulled out from that nasty place. Okay, I guess this guy's... You were going deep into that rabbit hole. To show his goodwill, my master has mended your wounds and tatters this once. What a joy. Now, you are safe under the beautiful green hue of the moon. Welcome to the Moon Tower! What is going on? That is what I am here for. To explain the situation you are currently facing. To explain the great once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that has befallen within your grasp. Since our words could not possibly reach my master, I speak on in his behalf. And who might my master be? Well, for now, let's just say he is the delinquent one. Rare, the trickster moon god. And me? You can call me Perkle. I'm just a humble servant of his celestial majesty. You are the dreamer. He is the dreamer. My master has invited 14 of you to join us in this jubilee of cosmic proportions. 14 candidates, but only one true victor. The festival of Termina is upon us. What is this festival of Termina? It is a festival to give you, the humans, a peek to grandeur and a chance to reach for illustrious heights. The festival to end all festivals. Oh. This must all be very confusing to you. I won't burden you with any more information at this very moment. Just head towards the tower. That's all you need to know for now. We'll gladly answer questions once you get there. But until that, let us meet again under the moonlight. Cube! Actually, how much bullet do I have? Only 6? Yeah, I guess I should probably save it for now. Alright. I don't really need to read the combat manual. It's just like explaining the basics. It'll all make sense when I go along. But here is a map. Huh. I'm late already. So late. So that must be the best course of action for now. Oh, the pretty lady got up. No time for chit-chat. I got work to do. Oh, okay then. Monologue with the moon. Oh, I just skipped that. Good. There's a bit foggy. True enough. Yeah, that's a little weird. Tell me to stay at the train. Okay, so I don't know why doesn't she bring her wheelchair with her? Boop, 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 boop. Mm. Yeah, I kind of want to play as her at one point. I think she gets to like make stuff. It was interesting. What about you? What did you think of it? Sinister. Yes, I can see that. Sometimes a mere gut feeling is enough to go by. Army barricades. How peculiar. Beats me. They rarely mean anything good, though, do they? Oh, where do you think you're going, buddy? Good afternoon. It's Kira Tanaka. Good to meet your acquaintance. It's really troublesome. What has come of our train trip, especially when you have a big meeting scheduled at the city? I'm afraid I will have to refuse your company. I really need to hurry and think I'd do best alone. If you'd excuse me, I really need to hurry now. I mean, if you say so. Yeah, so it begins. Yeah, fine, I'll follow the guy. Let's just say that keeping that salaryman alive is a kind of a full-time job. Yeah. All right. Moldy bread. Meat pie. Purifying talisman? Okay. More moldy bread. Would you look at that? Can't remember. Talisman rises defense against otherworldly powers momentarily, but it might have some other uses as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is an interactable, so it's good to hang on to. Lavender. It is poisonous. Blue herb. That's cool. I didn't know that you could just skip that like intro because there's a big, just long, stupid conversation that everyone has, and yeah, I've been through it so many times. What is that? What on what on earth is going on? They are dead. They are dead. This is horrible. Should we report this abuse to someone? The local police? Fuck the police. This is horrible. Ah, the first of many ritual circles. make sense eventually. Maybe. Yeah, a right amount of herb. Herb. Hey, buddy. Oop. Termina is upon us. Hey, bro. You cool? I'm just gonna go into your house, okay? Don't worry about it. Alright, book time. Come on, baby. The beast has entered this house. It is not my property any longer. The beast took my wife, took my dignity, took my faith. If it wasn't the full moon, I would let it take my life as well, by my own hand. Spoopy. 4 ages of modern history. The modern age and modern chronology begin from the birth of our Lord, the Ascended One, Almer. There are many fabricated religious texts about Almer, but there is enough evidence to prove that Almer did indeed exist as a real person at the time. His birth would mark as the First Age. The Second Age started from the reign of the so-called New Gods in the year 410. There are texts about different new gods prior to this event, and the concept did exist in ancient time as well. But this group of people included the famed warlords from the eastern sanctuaries, Nashra the Great. This alone made this group more distinguished compared to the ones that came before. Their world order started a slow decline few hundred years ago, years after their deaths, only to be ended by the Fellowship around year 800. Mr. Frodo, the popular book The Fellowship inspired the contemporary people of the time and lifted the 4 people of the Fellowship, Francois, Shambara, Nilvin, and Valtiel, to near godlike status. Their age would last until the end of the 16th century. The Western world was in a dark age at the time, and out of nowhere appeared the new idol of worship, the god of fear and hunger. Whoa, cute title. People forgot the teachings of the old in times of diseases and death and turned to this new savior. The appearance of the god of fear and hunger started the 4th age, in which mankind had to learn to adapt and evolve. As times have progressed, we are still living according to this ideology. Okay. I don't know. Is Is he hostile? Because it wasn't making like the that is that is an awkward penis. Also face. Hold on, I don't want to start a fight. Your words are in vain. The woodsman is clearly out for blood. Well, leave, stranger. The town has got enough for you. No intentions of staying. Just stay back and I'll leave. Leave! Now! Before I bury this hatchet in your skull. Well, so far so good. How's my hunger? Alright, 1 second. I will just be right back. Okay, we're back. Here we go. You hear distant screams and ramblings. You are not alone. Now we're talking. First one's free. Alright, let's just beat him up. Ah, yeah, shitty bear traps. But in combat, she has her like hands in her pockets. Come on, lady. Heads, always heads. No. That's not good. Frah. Okay, that's okay, but like, at least I still got another leg, so I'm not like, ow. Yeah, it's not great. Not a great start, but as long as it doesn't happen again, we'll be okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was alright. And we'll be collecting heads in no time. Just need some chalk and some books, and then we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Me hungry. Yeah, let's just eat up this stupid moldy bread. Okay. Alright. Filling. Bibles.
death number 1. Let's try to keep track of that because, you know. This is a long ass loading screen. Loading. Game. Oh, I broke it. 'Alright. Hey. That's actually quite good. $5. for these trying times. Nothing useful. Honestly, I need some fucking recipes. That's what I need. And some heads. Ooh.
Yeah, okay, it's all good.
Hold on, I don't want to start a fight. I've covered wars, you know.
Yeah, I guess I gotta show you guys the intro conversation. I just did it so many times recently. I don't want to do it again. So, the next playthrough we'll do it.
Ah! What the fuck?
Wait. Why do I have to roll?
What just happened? Okay.
What? Come on, man. I thought we were cool. Ah! My arm. You got my arm.
Don't you just hate it when that happens? Some woodman chops your arm off? Rude. Blue herb, cool. Dirty toilet paper, cool. It smells pretty bad, cool. Alright, well, let's hope that this fight goes a little better. So what? Like a girl's blade? Fuck. Well, it might be better if I just died. I don't know. But I'm not gonna give up. Not yet. Leave. Yeah. Start. Is it necessarily necessary to go in that building at the moment? Oh, I should probably heal that. Well, I don't think this is gonna go very well. Oh wait. And Lady Falls. Okay, maybe I'll do like a little share this. One Sorry, I'm trying to get that mouse out of there. Was it all just a dream? I wonder, it might make sense to go the other way. Oop. So that must be the best course of action for now. Ah, the pretty lady got up. Just what is going on here? Good question. We're pretty puzzled about this situation, too. Train left us all here, the outskirts of the city. All the train personnel, everyone, gone. No explanations. The fishing. It's a mystery, all right. In any case, we we decided to stay here and wait here for a while. Someone has to come for the train sooner or later. It's a big train, so if you're not in a hurry, I recommend just taking a seat inside and maybe try to relax.
Maybe we can introduce ourselves. Fine. My name is Marina. My name is Olivia. Lovely to meet you all.
Call me August.
Hey, I'm Hillary. Need any help with anything, let me know. That ass. This mystic gentleman over here is Osa. It was Osa, right? Silly. Pretty sure. You're the first to wake up. Before you came out, we were talking about this. Did you happen to see a particular nightmare before waking up? Everyone saw the same dream. Like the exact same. I was saying that it must have been a premonition of some kind. The moon and that servant dude wanted to inform us of something important. Too bad the dream ended just before it got to the juicy bits. Premonition? Like a fortune telling? I guess you could put it like that. That's absurd. You can't really believe superstitious crap like that. Well, let's hear out your theory then. I don't know. Maybe everyone was in a stupor after waking up. You guys started to babble about this stuff right away, so you just thought you had the same dream. Now that I think about it, I'm not so convinced I saw the dream anymore. You saw the dream. You said it before. Don't go backpedaling here. You really did say so. It's my word. I can backpedal all I want. I say it was nothing. We should just move on. Whatever. I also had an idea. But it's a little grim. Never mind. Never mind I said it. It's stupid. Grim? Now you've got me curious. Well, everything has a surreal quality to it. It's almost as if we are still in a dream. What if the train crashed and we all died? What if we are experiencing is the afterlife or the purgatory? Or maybe our subconsciousness is going through our lives like our lives flashing before our eyes before the darkness. Scary. Yeah. Nobody. Yeah. Maybe. I knew I shouldn't have said anything. Forget it, please. Haha. Don't worry, I like where your head's at. I doubt that's the case though. I don't know about you, but I feel pretty alive. Glad you agree. I'm actually an occultist. I've studied this stuff for years. I recognize from miles away when the higher powers are at play. When the cat's away, when the gods away, higher powers will play. So premonition it is then. I'm glad we found the answer. We could spend the afternoon guessing what's going on, but we wouldn't get any wiser. I agree with Henrik that we should just move on. I need to be going anyways. Which way is the city? Look up there, over the forest top.
Can you see the tower standing erect in the mist? The tower marks the center of Prevel.
It didn't seem like it was in the center. It seemed like it was on the far side of it. But alright. Alright, buddy. You can hike through the forest to get there. It's not that far away. Have fun. You know where to find us if anything comes up. Wait here, I guess. I'm not in a hurry. Oh yeah, it was cool. There's something bothering me though. No one talked much about the moon. The rapist smile will leave a scar in my subconsciousness for sure. Maybe it's just because I've been studying this stuff for the majority of my life, but I think it was a vision meant for us to decipher. It just seems obvious here. Alright, Doyle. Keep curving. Wait, did he leave already? God damn it. She didn't say the line if you are. Interesting. But she has covered war, as you know. Finding a lot of herb. Well, if I can get some recipes, then yeah. Sitting pretty. But yeah, let's try the other way. I want some of the stuff from here. Okay, we'll do a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. Hey, buddy. They are dead. Ooh. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that until I get some chalk. And then I gotta learn. Waka. Yeah, what the fuck? today, buddy. Keep your constricting penis away from me. The outie. Ugh. I'm really glad that didn't connect. I mean, really glad. There she goes. Ah. Come on. Ugh. No idea what to do with the glass shards, to be honest. Whew. Now. Hey. Yeah, I am taking some damage. Okay. forgotten and long dormant god of the depths, perished that night. Only an older god never truly perishes, and instead the god of fear and hunger planted its root and started to grow her influence on the surface world. The scheming false deity had hoped her daughter would be the light of mankind. Only true darkness does not breed light. The god of fear and hunger was a pure child, a blank state, birthed in the darkest pits of human creation. That is where she grew. That is all she knew. She was the pure representation of fear and hunger, not spoiled by even a glimmer of hope. Mankind had seen its share of stagnation and suffering up to that point. To rise from those perilous pits, growing pains were necessary. Progress comes at a price. Fear motivated people while hunger kept them moving forward. People cherished their hardship and grew inspiration from it. They learned from it. What followed was the advancement mankind has not seen in ages. Dark fumes that rise from the pipes of modern cities are direct consequences of this era. An era that came to be known as the Cruel Age. The mark of fear and hunger raises the agility of its wheels. Text includes a signal of fear and hunger and instructions on how to use it. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. I like it. Alright, if I can just find some more book. Whoa. He's like, did he just give me like, dude. Alright, that guy's pretty fucking cool. It's no wonder you can't be that guy. He is like, or can you? He's just jumping around on Nambly Pambly.
1 second, chair.
Alright, alright. Lucky.
Okay, come on.
So what? Is it just that women can't use spears? Huh? More glass shards. Fuck. It's all worthless. Maybe he'll go away. Whoa. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we.
Okay, that's a little something. A little something, something. Adult grimoires. Magic in theory and practice. Can I also take the, yep. It is time. Okay. Just need three. Fade to the pit. Oh, it's gonna be another forever loading screen. Okay. Hmm. Wait, why isn't it going full screen now? Oh. Okay. Glad I'm not paying attention. Yeah. Hey, this is all good stuff. All good stuff. Ah. Mhm. 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 I do want to. Okay, stay here. Wait at the train. Alright, alright. Mushroom stew and rotten meat. You average start. Nothing wrong with that. More rotten meat, of course. Rotten meat on a platter. Rotten meat? Fly ham and eat it. Egg. Moldy bread. 9 out of 10 times it's rotten meat. Love that rotten meat. Cracker jacker turker. Oh. So much rotten meat. Oh, we got some herb. Someone asked about the white vial. stay alive? I got the bone saw too, so like I should be able to you know, do some stuff. Just gotta kill those women. Yeah, anyone that does not have the fucking bear trap. Oh my god. Really? Okay. We need that. We need the magic. Oh. Oh. Okay. Ah. I need some more defense, but yeah. Just start. don't even. I didn't even find this one on my last playthrough. Alright, let's read it. Rare. That's the Moon Man. Very much like the sun, the moon is one of the primordial entities and thus has lore and beliefs written since the dawn of time. Makes it difficult to separate facts from fiction and mad ramblings from hidden truths. Consistent details among the myriad of stories seem to hint of a god called Rare, also known as the trickster god and the moon god. In the most ancient of writings, Rare is depicted as the god of the insane and those who've succumbed to the madness. His blessing to men is his moonlight, which is said to uncover the truth under the human filth. A truth that is often too much for a human mind to handle. It can be debated whether his version of the truth is more accurate than that of the human filth. Unlike many of the other older gods, Rare's part in the greater scheme of things remains a mystery. Just looking at the night sky, you can see his presence in an eternal slumber. This makes his secrecy even more infuriating. He is literally hiding in plain sight. The mark of Rare raises the maximum capacity of the mind. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Yeah, interesting. I don't know if I've ever raised my affinity with Rare. No thanks, Penis Man. Weird Penis Man? I mean, it wasn't normal, let's face it. Alright, you lady. Hey. Look! Okay.
Oh, that is what I want. Oh.
Sylvian, the goddess of love, lust, and creation. She created men and women at the dawn of time, from the very moment she loved her children dearly. Over time, her love blossomed into a more obsessive form, and she would take a more hands on approach in controlling the direction her children took in life, always having their best interests in mind, of course. Once she realized her children would never return the same amount of affection back to her, her love took on a more twisted form. Sylvian forced mankind more to her liking and closer to her own image with her gifts to humans, the love magic, otherwise known as the flower magic. For a brief moment in history, mankind fell into a craze of fleshly delights. As a synchronized mass sea of naked people in a massive coitus would pulsate and waste their days. Party on. Sylvian is often associated with Grogoroth, the god of destruction, and their offspring Venushka, the god of nature. The mark of Sylvian raises the otherworldly protection of its wielder.
Well, alright then.
I need another fucking blue vial now, man. Gotta kick my ass. You don't kick my ass. Oh, that was bad pathing on my part. Okay. Ew. Can't touch this. Oh, my mercy. Thank you. Yeah, I really needed that. More occult grimoires, come on! Alright, I'll take it. Is it something I need to read? I can't. Well, it just tells you what to do. Oh, thank God. Actually, fuck yeah. And that is a good item too. An old relic from northern warrior tribes of Odgard. The rune is said to contain the soul of a salmon snake that gives its owner a hardened skin that prevents limb losses, burning, burns, and bleeding. Well, I lost one leg, but if I can prevent the losses of others, that's real. That's amazing. That, that's amazing.
The dark corner of the unwanted and the undesired, where they dump the diseased, stillborn, and now the moon scorched. Welcome, O fresh one. Welcome to the shit pit of Preheville.
Man, nice decoration. Yeah.
Under the ever watching eye of the dead. I want more, though. I want the one who swiped half the old town down, the woodsman. And I want the one who condemned us down here. I want the filthy priest. Show no remorse. Let the blood flow.
Copy that. All the herb, all the herb, all the Everybody sucks. Alright, I think this is because if you're not her, she heads this way. Maybe I'm supposed to go this way.
Power Christ.
Just totally fucking just T-posing there. myself here? Interesting. Okay. Oh, hurty. Please, I need some healing. Obviously.
Help me, Mr. Mayor. Mmm. Finally some frickin' worshipers. Okay, I think this is all pretty good stuff here. Well, when it comes to books wise, yeah, no, this is good. Okay. Fucking dream terrorist. Yeah, I seen him. We all seen him. Well, let's go get this over with. blah, blah.
Oh. Is there no other way around? Oh wait, there's an armor stand. Yeah. Ah. Let's go. Ugh. Okay, well, it's a start. go, Mr. Mayor. So, so, okay, okay. Oh, that's a good one for sure. Oh, I, for Almer's sake, you startled me. Don't go sneaking up on me like that. Wow. Now, if you'd excuse me. Huh? Interesting. Uh. Uh. Where's the mayor? Hold on, you fucking guy. Whoa. Okay. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? I'm kind of scared. Fluted fold. A fold that clearly belonged to a larger setup, most likely to an armor set. On its own, it offers decent protection. Does it though? I don't think it does. Okay, this is getting kind of weird. this goes. Back to the. What? Okay. It's interesting. Who knows what the fuck that was going on? Can I talk to the mayor now, please? I'd really like to talk to the mayor now. What did you do with them? Oh. Well, I guess I need some food. Yeah, this is getting a little crazy though. Let's see what. All right, let's get out of this place. It's getting a little fucking weird in here. I'm fine. Stop saying that. Problematic. Okay, so I do want to get out of here. Alright, that's it for tonight. Fuck. That was, yeah. Sorry, guys. That was too much. I'll try again tomorrow. Like, around,